number 8 on the list here, Preston Sandlin, why don't you jump in here? Home inspections, can you handle it? So tell us, when a first-time buyer is buying their first home, they get a home inspection to determine whether or not the house is in good functioning order. But a lot of times they get that report and there's sort of a freak out moment. And Sandy, you can jump into, because you're the one dealing with the buyers and the home inspection report too. So how do you guys deal with the home inspection process, particularly with a first-time buyer?
Well, first of all, I know there's a common perception that the length of the report equals the house is bad. That's not necessarily true, because the state requires home inspectors to put in a lot of verbiage, and it's increased over the years. And that verbiage alone,
Disclosure. Go ahead.
Just that verbiage that's required by the state is 20 to 30 pages without anything else, depending on the size of your font. The other thing is we like to put a lot of pictures in just because, but see, this lengthens the length of the report, but it's just easier for anybody who repairs it. And then what we found out is we put it in the report, but then a lot of realtors wanted it in the summary, because the summary is a lot of times, I know that's a whole different argument, but a lot of times the summary is used as the repair request.
The summary is a laundry list of things that may or may not be negotiated that probably need to have some attention, either from the seller or from the buyer.
Yeah, but you can see, like, we put the picture of,
You don't put the pictures in the summary.
Some request it though.
That's a conversation for another day.
Well, and I'll explain.
Okay.
I'll explain why. I mean, like, let's say there's 2 windows here. The left one's fogged, and that's been on the report before. And it goes into the summary, and the person, this has literally happened. They actually repaired the wrong window. The window guy, and I'm like, there's 2 windows in the room. You couldn't tell which one. They said, now, do you mean the left window when you walk into the room or from the front of the house? And it does say in the report, everything's from the front elevation. So it's really the left window from the front of the house. It's the right window.
One that's got all the fog on it.
Yeah, and I know that's a rare case.
That wouldn't be obvious.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can't tell. The window company should be able to tell.
That's what they wanted us to pay. They wanted us to pay for the window. They fixed the window that didn't need fixed. It's a long story.
Well, as a teacher, that's why you tell everybody to read the inspection reports, like reading the questions on the test, right?
Yeah, and it says at the beginning of the report, but I don't know.
Entire report.
Maybe the guy fixing it didn't get the thing that said it's from the front of the house. But I guess my whole point with this is, with all that verbiage and the pictures, that lengthens the length of the report. And so don't be freaked out.
Yeah,
don't be freaked out.
Exactly.
Go through the report, and then what you need to do, much like Sandy, I love her wish thing. Yeah, divide it out. Tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. Like, what's most important to you?
Fix.
Yes,
have to fix, or need to fix it.
And would be great if they fix it.
Yeah, and
we just created a new list.
And let me say this.
Exactly.
Right,
I never thought about that.
I want to say this right now
I'm going to use that, Chris.
anybody listening out there. Nothing has to be fixed. There is no law that says this has to be fixed.
It is all negotiable
It is all
between the buyer and the seller.
negotiable. And then there's a whole lot else that feeds into it. Sometimes if the buyer or the seller put the house on the market and they had 12 offers in the first thing, and then you know what's in their mind already. I let it go for too low, and then they're going to come in and ask me for a bunch of stuff. I'm not fixing anything. I could have sold it for
exactly right.
Versus
that's the psychology we were talking about earlier.
Versus the seller that it's been on the market, which doesn't happen much anymore, but years ago it's been on the market 12 months, and they haven't had a bite. And it's the first part. They're going to be much more willing.
They're going to remodel the house for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my point is, in realistic terms, what's important to you? What's you, like you said, what we need to fix, like to fix, whatever. And I'm just going to flat out say it. It's a little unrealistic to go into it, and I want every little rubbing door, sticking window, and it's also unrealistic to ask your realtor. I mean, it's not unrealistic to have a negotiation with them, but what's important to the realtor, if they were buying the house, may be different than if the buyer, because if the buyer has small children, that banister is going to be huge. But Sandy's children are older now. The banister's not as
my husband can probably fix it.
Right. So, I mean, I guess my thing is read the report. Please
read the report, and that's something Preston and I were talking about before the show. I do ask my clients, as soon as they get it, we're not going to immediately start, going through the list. I don't have enough time in my day, honestly, to go through the entire report, but the home buyer should, with their partner or whoever they're buying the house with, sit down and read it in detail, go over it, and have a list in their mind or concerns, whatever, you know, we can talk to Preston, you know, discuss it with me, and then develop a list of
Yeah.
things that we absolutely have to get fixed,
Right.
things we would like to be fixed.
Yeah, exactly. And I always say, you know, it's like a
And hope
buffet.
that we get the have to be fixed, that they replace the HVAC,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no
because
guarantee.
it's not working.
Go for the high dollar
Yeah.
and safety items.
Exactly.
It's like a buffet,
That's
you
a
know.
high dollar safety.
Don't
item.
fill
Go
up-
for the lobster and the steak.
Go for the lobster and the steak. Don't fill up on the potatoes because
There
they're
you
not
go.
that expensive.
And that just muddies the water.
Right,
I mean,
right.
just have an honest, open conversation with the seller. You might be surprised at what they're going to do, and you won't be surprised by what they're not going to
And
do.
that
Don't ask for everything.
that seller, I've seen them. They'll get mad over that, you know, the switch plate cover that you want them to replace when they have no problem replacing the band seal or the roof. You know, get the band seal in the roof, and you know what?
Don't
Don't
worry
worry
about
about that. You can fix that for
Exactly.
$1.
Exactly.
Don't make them mad over
read the
$1.
report, read the report, and come up with a reasonable list that I'm going to present to the selling agent on your behalf, with possibly even reasons as to why it's important to you, and hope that we get that stuff negotiated out
There you go.
on your behalf and fixed
All
before
right,
closing.
let's roll to number 9 and 10.